Hello, welcome back to the Smoking Sun channel. Today we embark on the emotional and powerful journey through the life and death of Judy Malinowski. But before we begin, remember to hit the like and subscribe button and hit the notification bell to be notified when new content is posted. Leave a comment below and tell me what you think about the story. And stay tuned to the end of the story for a video of Judy's testimony from her hospital bed. And here we go. Judy Malinowski was born on August 26, 1983 in Columbus, Ohio. Throughout her life, she radiated love, compassion, and zest for living. However, her life took an unforeseen turn when she was diagnosed with ovarian cancer. This devastating news marked the beginning of a courageous battle for her life. Judy underwent numerous medical treatments, including surgeries, chemotherapy, and radiation to combat the aggressive ovarian cancer. The pain she endured during this time was unimaginable, prompting her doctors to prescribe powerful pain medications, including opioids, to relieve her suffering. The pain pills initially offered Judy some relief from her agony she faced. However, as time passed, her body developed a tolerance to the medications, and she found herself increasingly reliant on them. The dependency on pain pills began to consume Judy's life, overshadowing her dreams and aspirations. As Judy's battle against ovarian cancer raged on, the mounting medical expenses took its toll on her finances. Eventually, her insurance coverage ran out, leaving her unable to afford the costly pain medications. Desperate for relief, Judy would tragically turn to a cheaper and more accessible alternative: heroin. The transition from prescription opioids to heroin marked a turning point in her life, leading her down a dark and treacherous path. Heroin's hold on Judy was relentless and all-encompassing. The drug provided her with a temporary escape from the physical and emotional pain she endured daily. However, with each use, her addiction deepened, pulling her further away from the life she envisioned for herself. Heroin took a devastating toll on Judy's health, both physically and mentally. Her once radiant spirit dimmed, and her relationship with family and friends suffered under the weight of addiction. Judy was a devoted and loving mother to her two daughters, Kaylin and Madison. Throughout her life, she poured her heart and soul into providing the best possible life for her children, despite the hardships she faced. Tragically, Judy's life intersected with an abusive relationship with her boyfriend, Michael Slager. In a horrific act of violence, Michael set Judy on fire in 2015, causing severe burns that covered over 80% of her body. This heinous crime left her disfigured and permanently disabled. During police questioning, Slager, whom has been referred to as a smart manipulator, told them that they were in an argument and Judy threw a cup of soda on him, and then he poured gas on her, asking her, "How does this feel on you?" She then took off her gasoline-soaked outer shirt, and then wanted a cigarette, so he went to light her cigarette for her, but was unaware that the gas was still on her clothes after removing her outer shirt when he lit her cigarette, and she caught on fire. And it was an accident. But a witness said that he just stood there until he showed up, and then he went to go grab a fire extinguisher. He told police that he was in shock at first. However, police informed Slager that there was a video at an ATM nearby that caught him in the act. Still, he maintained his innocence. Slager had originally pleaded not guilty to charges of felonious assault, aggravated arson, and possession of criminal tools, but when word came in that Judy was going to testify against him, he switched his verdict to no contest. This ended any trial in Judy's testimony against him, and he was sentenced to 10 years in prison. The judge blamed legislation that she could not give him more years for his heinous crimes. Meanwhile, Judy and her family were disappointed that her voice would not be heard. knowing that in all likelihood, Judy, who was not expected to survive as long as she had, was in the end going to succumb to her injuries, and prosecutors wanted her to testify against Slager. And despite her injuries, Judy displayed incredible strength and courage by testifying against her abuser from a hospital bed, in hopes that justice would be served. Judy had to be taken off of the painkiller she was receiving before testifying in order for the courts to maintain that she had a clear mind while testifying. Already in a lot of pain while on the painkillers, Judy fought through it in order to testify against Slager. Judy's attack and story was instrumental in the creation of Judy's Law, which aims to increase penalties for perpetrators of crimes that cause permanent disfigurement and disablement. This law is a testament to Judy's legacy and her fight for justice. Judy's Law would end up adding 6 years to a prison sentence. In a remarkable and unprecedented move, Judy's testimony was preserved and used during Michael Slager's trial. Slager was found guilty. The prosecution was seeking the death penalty, but in Judy's own words, she wanted him to spend the rest of his life in prison, so he was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. Even with their passing, Judy's voice continued to echo in the courtroom, ensuring that justice was served for her and countless others who have suffered from domestic violence. Judy Malinowski's story remains etched in the hearts of many, a symbol of strength, resilience, and a fight for justice. Her legacy lives on through Judy's Law, which serves as a beacon of hope for victims of violent crimes. So we honor Judy's memory by supporting those battling addiction and domestic violence and working to create a world where everyone can live without fear and with access to justice. And here is some of Judy's testimony taken from her deposition from her hospital bed.
Hi, Judy.
Hi,
Okay, I'm going to start by asking you your name. Your full name.
Judy Malinowski.
And is Malinowski spelled Malinowski?
That's correct.
Is it okay if I call you Judy?
Yes.
And I want to take you back a little bit to when you were 27 years old. Did you have a diagnosis and a surgical procedure when you were 27 years old?
Yes.
And was that for cervical cancer?
Ovarian cancer.
Okay, thank you. And you had some complications as a result of that surgery, correct?
Yes.
And tell me what happened as a result of those complications from the surgery.
I was placed on very strong painkillers, Oxycontin, and Percocet. I got addicted to them. Then when I ran out of insurance and couldn't go back to the doctor to get the medicine, my addiction turned into a heroin addiction.
Okay. Now, do you know a man named Michael Slager?
Yes.
And did you begin dating him in April 2015?
Yes.
Okay. Do you recognize the person depicted in that photograph?
Yes, that's Mr. Slager.
Okay, that's the man you started dating in April 2015.
Yes.
Okay. I want to talk to you about Sunday, August 2nd, 2015. Do you recall that day?
August 2nd, 2015. Yes, I do.
Okay. And on that day, were you with Mr. Slager?
Yes.
And where were you with him?
Well, we had went a couple places, but he had took me to UA after leaving the rehab center.
Okay.
And
Let's talk about that for a minute. After leaving the rehab center, we're talking about Parkside Drug Rehab?
yes,
Okay. And it was the plan to check you in there, correct?
yes,
But you weren't ready to go. Is that fair to say?
sure.
You have some things you wanted to do before you went?
Yes.
Did those things include talking to your children that we saw earlier?
Yes.
And talking to your mother?
Yes.
And how about getting some cigarettes?
Yes.
And you were out of them on August 2nd, 2015, correct?
Yes.
They let you smoke cigarettes in Parkside Rehab?
Yes, they do.
And so you needed to take some with you?
Yes.
So when you were with Mr. Slager, you indicated that the two of you stopped at Speedway. What did you stop there for?
To get cigarettes.
Did both of you go in to get cigarettes? Or did
No.
only... Who went in?
He did. We were arguing back and forth. Either one of us were very happy with each other.
Okay. And what did you do when he went in to Speedway to buy cigarettes?
He was extremely upset with me, so I tried to sneak out of the truck and around behind the Speedway building.
While he went inside, you got out of the truck and went behind that Speedway. There's a bank there, right?
Yes.
And what happened as you stood behind that Speedway?
Mike came in a matter of no time at all around in his truck. He saw me and immediately slammed the truck in the park, got out, demanded that I got into the truck with him, called me all sorts of names. We argued for a good 5 to 10 minutes, and then I threw my pop on him.
You threw a pop on him?
Yes.
Did you splash it on him or actually throw the cup at him?
I threw the cup at him.
Okay, and this cup, was it a hard plastic or paper, or what was it made out of?
I believe it was a styrofoam cup.
Okay. Did the drink get on him?
Yes.
What was his reaction to this?
He was extremely upset.
And what did he do?
He ran around to the other side of his truck, and he got his these cans of gasoline that he had kept in the back of his truck. It was really big and held a lot of gas. He ran around to me and started pouring gasoline, started at my head and worked his way down. Some got in my throat as he did that. And, that hurt really bad.
And what happened as a result of having this gasoline poured on you?
He then set me on fire.
Well, let's slow down a little bit. Before that, did you remain standing, or were you standing when he poured the gasoline on you?
No.
When he poured the gasoline on you, were you standing?
No.
Go ahead and tell us how you were when he poured the gasoline on you.
I had fell down and I was leaning on my right side, holding myself with my right arm and hand.
Okay. So did you fall down as a result of that burning sensation from the gasoline?
No.
Okay. What caused you to fall down?
I fell down completely the rest of the way. But I originally had fell down because, he had pushed me. I tripped when I was running from him.
Okay, you tripped?
Yeah.
Okay. When you trip and you're falling and you're laying there holding yourself up on one hand and he's pouring gasoline on you, what's his demeanor as he's pouring the gasoline on you?
Evil, just completely evil. He's not responding to any of my cries for help. He won't tell me why. He just is like, you want to throw something on somebody, you want to throw a cop on me, see what I'll do to you, bitch, and how do you like this, and just all sorts of vulgar names.
Okay. So Judy, was this a joking demeanor? You poured something on me, I'm going to
No.
pour something on you, ha ha, isn't this funny?
No, it was an evil demeanor.
Okay. And after he poured the gasoline on you, what happens next?
He backed away from me for about 30 seconds, and telling him to please help me and stop, and I'll get the truck, I'll go with you. You know, why would you do this? And I looked at him and he pulled a lighter out of his pocket and he started walking towards me. And I just remember crying and begging for help. And he let me on fire, and the look in his eyes went black, literally, after I was set on fire, and he backed away. His eyes just turned black as I screamed for his help.
Okay.
And he did nothing.
Did you at any time produce a cigarette and ask for a light?
No.
Okay. A matter of fact, did you have any cigarettes on you?
No.
Okay. Did he appear to be angry or compassionate, like he was making up with you?
He appeared to be full of rage and yet calm at the same time.
Judy, tell me how that moment felt when you were ignited.
It felt horrible. I don't think words can describe what it feels like to have your whole body set on fire. I can remember fire out of my face and eyes. I can remember screaming for help. I can remember looking over and seeing him just standing there staring at me with the look in his face that was just, like I keep saying over and over again, pure evil. Like, there's no other words to describe it. My whole body felt like the worst burn you could ever feel in your life.
Okay.
And it stung, and it was like 1,000 needles going in, 1,000 hot needles penetrating my body. I guess that's the best way I can explain it. And I just remember, like I said, begging him to help, pleading for any help, trying to get the fire off of my face, eventually burying my face in the grass and rolling it around. And then I got to the point where I couldn't see anything and everybody's voices were sounding far away. I could tell there was definitely somebody around, but I couldn't hear him or make it out. I thought for sure I was dying. I just prayed to Jesus to please forgive me for my sins and to take care of my children, and that was it. I blacked out and I don't remember anything until I woke up in the hospital.
Do you know how many surgeries you've had?
Over 50.
And you're aware that you have coded 7 times, correct?
Yes.
Can you tell me about the pain that you live with?
I can't tell you or describe how it feels. It's just waking up is a horrible thing. Because you wake up feeling the same way every day. They say it gets a little better as time goes by, but it's one thing heals, another thing hurts. So I had to push myself to make it through every day. I have to really tell myself why I'm doing this, and I have to just breathe through it, and that's all I can do. It's nothing I would ever wish upon anybody, and it's terrifying to feel this way, and it's terrifying also to be disformed in certain ways. My whole body hurts, my muscles hurt just from stretching. My open wounds hurt and sting and burn when they put the dressings on and try to clean out. It's the worst pain ever. Even water hurts. So there's nothing that's okay about this.
You understand the prognosis is not good, correct?
I know.
But you're fighting against it, right?
Yes.
The life and death of Judy Malinowski serve as a powerful reminder of the strength of human spirit and the importance of compassion for those facing unimaginable challenges. Let us remember her courage and resilience as we work together to support and uplift those in need. And thank you for watching this video about the life and legacy of Judy Malinowski. And remember to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more content. See you next time.